Almond.
Yeah.
Almond. You're influencing me with your commonness. Almond. Almond.
Hello, I'm Jen.
My name's Rachel.
Welcome to our channel. We are Whisky Geeks.
Not whisky snobs.
So if you like all things whisky,
And you're not a snob,
subscribe. We have 3 whiskies today.
Oh, what a treat.
Brought to us by our whisky friend Tyler, who came to visit at the weekend just there.
Amazing. Where's Tyler from?
He's from New York.
Oh, cool. Very
so
cool.
He's from upstate New York.
Right, okay.
And the first whiskey that we're trying, actually, I'll let you taste it and see, or smell it first and see what you think. So this one, it is made on an apple farm that Tyler used to work on when he was 14.
Wow, wow,
That's
that's
really
so cool.
Imagine working on an apple farm. That'd be great.
So do you know how you came to get the bottle then? Or like is he followed the apple farm or?
I don't know. I think it seemed like he didn't realise that's where it was from when he bought it, and then found out later that it was the place he used to work.
That
which is quite a cool connection, like, to have figured out.
And small world, isn't it?
Yeah. So it is made on an apple farm. It is a single malt.
Oh, cool. Right. Okay.
So
I don't know if because you said apple farm, it's making me smell apples.
Oh, I maybe shouldn't have said that.
I feel like it does smell.
I
quite
think
like
it does
apples,
smell of apples,
like salted apples with toffee and baked.
It has a wee spice, a wee dusty spice.
Yep. I'm finding that like salted caramel and the spicy cinnamony, like dry cinnamon.
Pear drops, or even like poached pear.
Poached pear, new oak definitely, or it's got that kind of tangy, new oaky. Is it new oak?
No, so I didn't want to tell you before, in case it influenced you, but you already were like, it tastes like apples. It's been in applejack barrels.
Oh right.
So applejack is like, it's a spirit made from apples.
Oh wow, that's cool.
So
it smells and tastes
like,
appley.
It's like distilled cider, applejack.
So is it like Calvados, but just not from
Calvados. It's like Calvados, but not from. It's an apple brandy, really.
Yeah.
Although I think they say that the applejack is a little bit thinner and it's not as like richly appley. I guess it's also like almost like a kind of moonshine, only it's aged.
Yep. Right.
So,
in barrels, new barrels.
New oak barrels, yeah.
Very cool.
But it is appley, isn't it? It
really
really is appley.
Like candied apple or like toffee apples, like toffee covered apples.
But still quite light, yeah. I definitely think it has a little kind of like almond flour. Like a kind of quite fresh.
Yeah.
I suppose you could maybe say marzipan, but I don't find it thick like marzipan.
No,
it's like powdery, fine.
Yeah, a wee hint of almond now that you said that.
It's almond flour, definitely almond flour. Should we taste?
Less almondy than an almond.
That's quite Calvadosy.
I really like that. It's like smooth caramel apples and spice.
It's so almondy. I'm getting quite almond as well now.
I am getting that.
Like a Bakewell tart.
Yeah, a bit Bakewell tart.
Biscuity as well.
It's got a wee cherry. Oh. There we go. From Bakewell tarts. I really like that.
It's more like
42 as well % alcohol, is it? It's not too spicy.
Yeah, 42. What I was going to say about this one, yes. So the name John Henry is named after a guy that came to manage their farm in 1976 and stayed for 40 years.
Wow.
So he's a Jamaican guy who came and worked on their farm and kind of managed their farm for 4 decades.
Wow.
So they named the bottle this whiskey in honour of him, and I would really recommend it, and it's only $60.
Oh, cool.
$60 direct from the distillery in the US.
Buy that.
I would buy that. I don't think we can buy that. We've got this now.
Thank you very much.
But yeah,
Tyler.
so
You're
that's.
a
I just think that's really, for how lovely that is, I was expecting that to be really pricey. And because it's so small batch as well, I thought that was going to be really pricey. But yeah, anyone who's near there, I would definitely recommend that.
Definitely, it's quite it's like unusual.
Yeah.
But not too weird.
Because I'd never heard of applejack before. I didn't realise that was like an apple brandy type thing.
I've never heard of that before.
It must be, I think it's a thing particular to New York.
Right.
So New York State, New York the city is known as the Big Apple, because New York the state is known for its apple growing. And so yeah, I think it's a thing that they make particularly there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So yeah.
Do you know, I've never even once questioned why New York
It's the
was
Big
called
Apple.
the Big Apple.
That's why.
And thank you so much for the bottles.
Yeah, so it wasn't only this one.
Not only this one,
We've
which
got-
is delicious. Thank you so much for letting us try it.
We've got a second one.
Thank you. So this one is much darker.
Yes. It's a single malt as well.
And it's unbelievably rich. The smell is so good.
That it must be sherried.
Yeah, that feels like you're like floating in a chocolatey sherry river.
Yes. It's raisiny, isn't
Yes,
it?
definitely. And being sprinkled with some nice spices.
Spices, I was going to say, it's quite spicy. Again, it's a fine dusty spice.
Not like, yeah.
Or even like an actual cinnamon stick.
Yep. And it feels soft and velvety.
So
It feels
soft,
quite
yeah.
Like a luxurious whiskey. It feels quite
There's a wee dry bit as well, a slight leathery note too, but it's like a rich, rich dry leathery note.
Yeah. Plums.
Plums and oranges, I get quite an orange as well.
And like caramelised plums and oranges.
Caramelly things, all of the caramel.
Like smooth caramel.
Really like sticky toffee pudding caramel sauce.
Sticky toffee pudding, like that kind of rich.
But like runny, not like thick.
No.
Runny, smooth caramel, yeah.
Yeah. And this one's cash. This is
This is cask strength, this one. So this is a Balcones, which I've wanted to try for ages. Anything from them. I've tried nothing from them. So this one's from Texas.
Cool. Very cool.
And this is the classic edition of the single malt. And this is 53%.
We love to see it. We love to see it.
So yeah, this is like batch. So there's a batch number on it and a date, but it's worn off, so we can't see it. It's also aged for at least, is that 14 months?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 14
I think that's
months
14 months in oak. So it doesn't tell us what oak.
Whoa, but it must be sherry or port or something.
Shall we taste?
Yes, Sanj.
Sanj.
That is lovely. Really good.
Oh, there's like black currants in there?
Black currants, chocolate,
Dark
raisins,
chocolate raisins.
dried cranberries.
There's a wee coffee bit as well. There's a wee dry, almost like rye or like quite woody or something as well in there.
Rye.
It's like that kind of rich, spicy, dry feeling. In among all the rich, smooth, toffee. Oh.
And it's got quite a long finish. Gets more spicy with the finish. Not like alcohol spice, but like cinnamony, clovey.
Yeah, I don't get cloves. They actually have written cloves on it, so you're like bang on with that. But cinnamon and cloves. I don't get the cloviness, I don't think. I suppose there is a kind of cooling note at the end, but I get more like the small ground up spices, like a cinnamon, ginger, really finely ground.
Oh, I really love that. That's so tasty. I would put more in it.
Let's try it, because it might change. It smells a wee bit fresher.
Vanilla custard.
I get more orange now. It's got a zingy orange peel. Do you know when you go like that in the orange?
Oh,
the
yeah,
oil could that get that?
yeah.
Up my left nostril specifically.
That
is lovely.
Oh, it's got a really like biscuity, like a biscoffy smell now. Yeah. Thank you.
That is like when I make the Biscoff, I make a Biscoff cheesecake. And it's like when you melt the Biscoff jar of stuff to spread or to like drizzle over the top. That's what that's like. It's like thick and creamy and luxurious at the same time as being dry and biscuity.
Yep, definitely.
Oh,
yep.
that is so good.
That's lovely.
Thank you so much for that. I
I know, what a
really love
treat.
that.
I really
Which do you
appreciate-
like? Do you like the first one or the second one better?
I don't know.
I feel like the first one would be more of a crowd pleaser. Whereas this one, I think I love the richness. I thought you'd like this one better.
So did I, but I think I slightly prefer the taste of the first one.
The
I find the finish
appley-
longer on
yeah.
the first one.
Really?
I think
I feel like this is like zinging along for ages.
Or it's the finish on this I like less than the finish on that one. I think the finish on this gets a bit bitter for me.
I know what you mean, yeah.
But the finish
That
on
makes
that
sense why you don't like it as much.
But lovely, very tasty.
Now, we do have a third one from Tyler
Yes.
that I have tried because he let me try it blind.
Okay.
When he was in, we all had a little dram of it together. And you have to try it blind. So we both had to try it blind. So this is it to try. So all the information he gave me was he kind of said, I'm not sure how available this is here. I think you've probably tried it before.
That's what
he said.
Right,
so that's all I knew.
Smelling.
Smelling?
I'm gonna have a smell. It's got a bit of that farmy funk that I don't like.
Oh, does it?
Do you find that? Well, I don't suppose you'll tell me.
I don't suppose you'll tell me. I think I can, yeah.
Is it Scotch?
It is.
It is Scotch.
It is.
It's not bloody Springbank or that, is it? Is it Springbank?
Do you think it's Springbank? Or are you just overly suspicious now?
I don't know why you'd bring us
See, the
that.
more you tell me things have a farmy funk, the more I find a farmy funk.
Yeah.
That's got really farmy funk for me now.
Really farmy funk. Yeah.
I think because I had sat with that and warmed it as well. Don't think farmy funk. Think away from farmy funk. I think I've just got that more now I've thought of it.
Like, if I look away from the farm, then you're the farm.
Oh, thanks. I'm the farmy. I did forget to put deodorant on, actually.
Can't smell that.
Did have a shower though.
I didn't.
Oh, you're the farmy funk.
I had a shower last night.
I find it quite rich. I find it very rich, actually. So, will I tell you what I said first? The first thing I said when I smelled it. The first thing I said, I was like, is there a bit of peat in there?
Yes, that's what I was wondering.
And I think Tyler then said, not yet. But I think he meant he wasn't smelling it yet. But I think there is a bit of peat in there.
Is it? Oh, sorry.
You go.
I was going to say, is it a new distillery?
I shall not reveal.
Right, okay.
At this moment.
Okay.
Also depends what you mean by new.
In the last 20 years. But you're not telling me right now.
I won't tell you yet.
Yeah.
So the second thing I said was, it smells purple.
Mhm.
And they both went, whoa! And I was like, what? And they were like, oh, I don't want to say and ruin it for you, but they were both like, that's weird. And I was like, sometimes I get like more colours, and they were like, yeah, we get that. And also sometimes the packaging can influence you.
It's not going to Alky 12, I know that.
But I've not seen the packaging.
Right.
I hadn't seen the packaging, and they were like, that's weird, because sometimes you think the packaging can make you think it like Glenmorangie tastes orangey, because it looks orangey. But I hadn't seen the packaging, and I was like, it smells purple. Should we taste? Do you want to taste it?
Okay.
Okay. You don't want to taste it.
I know the Springbank 18 has a purple packaging.
So then I said, that makes me think, the fact I think it's purple makes me think it's either Ardmore or Kilkerran. Should we try? And we get some more.
Definitely peat.
Definitely peat. There's no question about the
Yeah.
peat. There's peat in there.
Metallic, definitely.
Quite metallic.
At the end, very metallic.
Yeah, that's weird. I didn't get that the other day.
No,
Very sherried as well.
Yeah. It's got a nice wee bit at the end that's quite like, it's like the metal's got something on it that I like.
Either like butter or icing.
Yeah, something like a sweet orange flavoured icing that's on that metal.
Oh, I thought also possibly like a really, like a buttercream, like a cocoa buttercream, but with not that much cocoa in it.
Definitely, it's got, or like a buttercream that you've put a bit too much butter in. It is quite buttery.
Yeah. It's quite buttery. That's very buttery.
So, were you correct with either of your assumptions about Ardmore or Kilkerran?
I was not entirely correct.
Oh.
But they did say you're extremely close with Kilkerran.
So is it a Springbank?
And I shall...
Is it a Springbank I've tried before? Before I look at it?
I can't remember.
Is it the... Sorry, I didn't realise you're right.
I'm hiding it just in case
Is it the 18 Springbank?
It's the 18.
I can smell it from a mile off your boggin. You're
so you got straight away that it was Springbank. So you did better than me.
We've got this on camera as well.
I know.
I've not seen it.
Have you not tried it before?
No, I don't think I have.
I've had that before.
I don't think a bottle of Springbank 18.
I know. How amazing.
How generous.
Our whiskey people.
That's so nice. That's so nice. I don't appreciate it as much as
I do not appreciate you bringing me this.
Someone who might have liked Springbank. I'm very pleased.
Do you know who does appreciate it?
You've got a Springbank 18 now.
I love a Springbank. I didn't want to be so like, I didn't want to give it away and be like, this is lovely. But when he opened it in the shop and we were all trying it, none of us couldn't stop going, oh, that's amazing. We just couldn't stop.
Very complex. There's a lot of stuff in that. A lot of stuff.
So you can appreciate, but you don't like the farmy funk.
Definitely, it's the farmy funk that is so present in all of Springbank's bottlings. I just don't get on with it, and I also find it is very distinct. So you can see why that is such a distinct distillery people love so much.
Oh, but it's so good.
It's so good.
I love that.
Wow, what a awesome spread of drams.
I know, what a cool combination of drams.
Yeah.
And just what lovely whiskey people to have met.
I know.
So yeah, pop back if you're back in the area again, and thank you so much for that. Subscribe down here for more, and join us again next time. Slange! Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed our video. If you did, please give it a like and a subscribe, and you can follow us on social media at The Grail Tastings. See you next time. Slange!
Which
that smells amazing.
It doesn't dry leather, the smell of it doesn't look like what dry leather
no.
Yeah. It's all crumbly and blah.
Yeah.
But dry leather, the smell is like velvet.
Yeah. Maybe that's just what we call it.
It's like lying in velvet.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my nose has been
instead of a leather couch, you're lying in a velvet couch.
Yeah.
A dry leather couch. A dry velvet couch.
Yes.
Because instead of saying dry leather, we're saying
dry velvet.
We don't need the dry bit then, do we?
No.
Oh.
Imagine sitting in wet velvet.
Ew. I don't like it. That's a texture I do not like.
Wet velvet.
Yuck.